after my DC vlog. Not sure I'm going to be able to top that, but starting out with shaving this week. I doubt that any of you are coming here for my looks, but if you want to see the before, the last vlog, the DC vlog, the end of it was before, and this is after. What's up, guys? So today again is Monday evening. I had work, then I went grocery shopping at two different places, came home, did a call with a friend, brief call, just caught up, one of my best friends, caught up with them, and then what did I do? I ate dinner and watched some Friends. If any of you have not watched Friends before, I would definitely recommend it. The Friends reunion, I watched that. It made me sappy and nostalgic. So I'm starting it up again. Great show. If you haven't seen it, and you're like, I want to see if I would like the humor or the show in general, I would say start with season 3. And if you don't like season 3 episodes, then you probably won't like Friends. But yeah, watching the reunion's also really interesting because it's just like, man, people age. And, you just gotta live in the present, and it's just amazing, the impact that a group of people can have. There were people from international countries who would talk about, being, in a depressive maybe time period in their life or going through depression, and they would turn on Friends and that would get them through it. And it's like, you never know the impact you can have on people. Obviously I'm starting this thing, a Grateful Living, and even, as small as I am, just getting like even, whatever, a text a day or something like that of someone just being like, I appreciate your post. I mean, it's meaningful, it changes, you change one life, or make someone's day, or help someone out through a tough, time period in their life, or, when they're going through a bad headspace. I mean, it's it's a good feeling, and so I would encourage anybody out there, if you have any sort of desire to, start something, to do it, because you never know the impact you can have. Separate tangent. After watching 2 episodes of Friends, I did laundry, and I shaved, and now I am tired. I have class about 5 minutes, but yeah, it's one of those things where I don't know, I feel like I struggle with turning off and relaxing. Or I guess I'm not good at taking like breaks, I guess. Cuz like if I'm relaxing on the weekend and I'm like with friends, I'm relaxing and I'm fully present there. But I guess like Monday through Friday, like when I'm like, I just feel like I don't know the medium at which point like it gets tiring, you know, and I had work, and then I went to grocery shopping, 2 different places, laundry, shaved, made dinner, or And those things add up. And then, like, afterwards, you're like, man, I'm tired now. If anybody has any tips on figuring out that medium of, like, I can do this number of tasks, but then if I do this one, I'm going to go over into, like, closer to burnout / tired. I just cannot, I don't do well with finding my medium. Need better self-awareness on that. I think the problem is I do lists. So I'm like, if I had a list for today of, like, go grocery shopping 2 places, do laundry, shave, like, do all these things after work, and then I'm like, it's so annoying because you're like, when you have a list, you're like, I don't want to leave anything to tomorrow. But sometimes maybe I should. Morning. What's up, guys? Hope you're doing well. Obviously being a working professional, and not traveling this week, obviously this vlog's gonna be a little bit more boring, compared to last week's, but I guess you'll be able to hear me talk more. And one of the things that came down my stream today was Avicii's death, and I don't know if I, like, blocked it out that it was a suicide or what. Like, I was just listening to some music, and it one of his songs came on, and I, like, Googled and was trying to remember, and obviously it was a suicide, and it just brought me to an interesting place, because the interesting thing about him was he talked about having anxiety, and he talked about how touring had a detrimental and negative effect on his mental health. Like, he was doing, like, 250 plus shows a year, and so in, like, I think 2016 he stopped touring, and all his, like, friends and family were like, that's when he started to get better. He started exercising, eating better. He was only making music at home, wasn't touring. And then 2 years later, in April of 2018, he, takes his own life. And I don't know, it brought me back to, like, thinking about, it's one of those things that even when you recognize, what's causing you anxiety or stress, like for him, it was probably the exhaustive tour schedule. And even when he created a boundary level there and stopped touring and things like that, mental health issues stay with you, and that's the tough part is, especially for friends and family, is that, it's really, for the people that deal with it, it's really, for them, it's a battle on their own. They usually don't have, just speaking from my experience, you usually don't have, like, don't show signs of it when you're with friends, because obviously you're happy to be with friends, but it's when you're alone, and in those alone times, the voices in your head and things of that nature. And they one of the documentaries had a quote about him, like, talking about how he was so brilliant, and that may have been the downfall, because you can solve so many brilliant and complex problems as an artist, and be at the forefront of your career as one of the top DJs. But there's certain, when you can be that brilliant, sometimes you fault when it comes to taking care of yourself. So just a reminder, to everybody out there, to take a breather and make sure you're taking care of yourself. Really important. Francisco's to go see a friend, and I will show you